What if you did not speak to the person in so long? You're going to use something that's called Ford. Kristen, write this down. I'm going to add it to the spreadsheet. I'm add to this presentation. Ford is not the Ford truck. Ford means family, occupation, recreation, and dream. That's the method I use to follow up. So Dana Cody, who is really big, influencer, she has done anywhere from open up maybe 5 to 10 nail salons. She's been on MTV. She travels to Ghana and all these places, and like she's just evolving. But when I follow up with Dana, I may not ask Dana about work. I'm not gonna ask her about family. We don't talk about family. We might talk about occupation. We may not talk about recreation. I don't see Dana working out. It don't mean that she doesn't. That's not what we talk about. We don't talk about dreams. I don't know what her dreams and goals are. But really, I had a client, a good friend of mine that's going to Ghana. She's there right now. I tap into Dana because Dana has spent time in Africa. I think she partially lives there. And so I check in. Hey, Dana, how you doing? Boom. What do you think of this? Next thing I know, Dana is advertising real estate in Africa. She's smart. Dana, how's everything going with the last deal you did? I know you were. So I'm going to decide to talk about occupation because that's kind of what we've been on. Now, let's say I didn't talk to her for 6 months. I might add an Africa in there. You been to Africa lately? How's everything going with you? I want her to know that I remember that even if she hasn't been to Africa in the last 6 months, I remembered that there was a portion of her time on this earth that she was there. And that's the last thing I remember, so I might bring that up. Let me see if I can picture somebody, right, for real. That is the good one. She lives in D.C. She does real estate. She's really cautious. I don't talk to Natalie a lot, but we're acquaintances. We're friends. I don't talk to her a lot. I gotta call Natalie in D.C. in Maryland to figure out what's going on in Miami, the city I live in. So I might say, hey, Natalie, you been to Miami lately? What's going on? So I might talk about recreation with her. And then in another couple of weeks, I'm going to write her name down because I just text her. She's a realtor. She's a broker. I'm going to use that same, hey, if you have any clients coming to Miami, Robert, let me know. Remember, I'm a real estate professional. I'll take care of them. Habits you form and the attitudes you perfect now will be the foundation of your future success. So let's start building. Whatever you do this 90-day period, what's going to happen? The following 90 days is going to be fruitful for you. If you do nothing, then your fruit is nothing. Your output is going to equal your input. If you got 5 calendars, you're disorganized. You need one space to put everything. You notice I never have sticky notes. That's not organization, it's chaos. And then you think it look good because you got it all on the wall. But when you leave the wall and you leave out the door, now you don't have it. So now you back into the chaos and the disorganization. You organize, plan your days and your weeks. Guys, we're going to get into social media, but I wanted to go back to the basics first. We need to let people know that we are realtors. The average person, if you post a picture of your day today on Facebook, wherever you are, and just say, hey, when you think of me, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? You want to say crazy realtor. She crazy, but she's a beast of a realtor. But she crazy. If some of y'all don't like to share, then that's fine. Do what works for you. I want people to know my process. I want people to journey with me because at some point, they're going to say, my people are going to come with me. I'm not for everyone. I'm looking for the people who want to rock with me. So I'm going to share my experiences. I'm an open book. 60% of your time, especially if in your first 5 years, if you are in your first 5 years, 60% of your time should be prospecting. I'm walking in the grocery store. I returned something yesterday. I never return something in the grocery store, but I never buy this thing in the grocery store either. So my kids ran out of wipes and then avoid going to Target after Publix. So like Publix groceries better than Target. I bought wipes. And then when I opened the wipes, they weren't in those small little containers. They were in like these large containers and I needed a container to put. I said, let me just take these back. And the lady was like, oh my God, I saw you in the mirror and I saw you with a kid. And, I sent somebody out to help you with your growth. She remembered me in that one instant. I said, I do remember you because I remember going to the car and talking to my husband and said, nice lady sent somebody outside to help me with my groceries. That was so nice. I remembered saying that. So I was able to connect. by the way, here's my business card if you ever need anything. Don't think because the people in Publix working, they don't got no money. Some of them people there because they bored at home, they don't retire, they just need something to do. Come on, pitching. You cannot pass judgment on a person's job because you're not willing to do it. Remember that real estate is a order getting business, not an order taking business. I don't take orders, I give them. I want you to call me, Christina, when you're ready to buy a house. Potentially, when you're ready to go into that commercial space and, scale up to 20 years, I want you to give me a call. My best friend is buying a commercial piece of property and she kept telling me, but the people said you need to be a commercial. I said, okay, I do commercial real estate. In fact, let me send you over a pamphlet. And I sent her a whole, she was like, oh my goodness. Your friends are always the ones that like, in 2 minutes, I sent her a whole guideline. She was like, yeah, they talked to us about cracks. Oh yeah, and they also talked to us about LoopNet. Oh, and I heard them talk about CoStar. And in my pamphlet, it says, make sure you have an attorney for your transaction, especially when you got an 80-page lease you got to go over. But this is a purchase. It's a little bit different. She was like, yeah, Claudienne, the people told us to make sure we get an attorney. And I don't get offended. You know why she doesn't know? Because I've not communicated to her that I'm in the commercial space. It's not her fault. It's my fault. I did not do a good job communicating to my best friend that I do real estate. And she is not on Instagram and Facebook. Her husband posted on Facebook, they in Portugal and going to Ghana. I said, thanks for the post, because if we have to wait on her, we gonna keep waiting. We may never see the picture. And for some of y'all, we live through people. I lived through experiences. I'm like, I was there too. But I don't know what you're talking about. I was there with you. I saw the moss.
Claudienne, can I say something real quick? So last week, I was at a function with my kids, and I'm like, I'm always the mom that doesn't say hi to the other parents. Like, I need to say hi. So I got a phone number for one of the parents, and I was like, let me be that mom. I texted that parent to tell them that I'm in real estate. He said, yes, I will. Also, my brother owns his mortgage company in Old Bridge. It's called Altera Loans. And if you or your clients need help with financing, let me know. And I was like, I would love to connect. But I didn't know. I was like, let me stop being, within my show. But this right here, yes, I'm excited.
Excited by her response. You got 60% of your day should be prospecting. Get on the phone. Instagram is prospecting. Don't stop at just Instagram. If you click in my Instagram, I'm going to tell you, click the link in my bio if you want to know more. And when you click the link in my bio, then you're going to get a text. How many people got a text message from me this morning? How many people got an email? Now you on my email database. Angelique was in Dubai and some beautiful water deals. I didn't even know that place existed. Not in Dubai, but another place. I was like, whoa, I'm there too. I put my foot in the water. And I was right home with my kids. Write this down. Model, mimic, master. And you can add your little tweak. Guys, always keep, I'm going to tell you an experience. I really did not want to wear this jacket today. Okay, it's hot. But I keep it in my car because one time, long ago, I was at an appointment with a husband and wife. I don't know what they had going on, but I called and I got the appointment in Rolling Oaks, Miami Gardens. Very nice community, right? And I go with not like the spaghetti strap, but what do you call it? Like a little t-shirt, tank top. I was very professional looking, I thought. I was 22, 23. And let me tell you, when you're taught to do a listing, you're taught to sit in between the husband and the wife. So you're not just on one side of it and then you're like reaching over. So you're taught to sit in the middle, right, Jeff? I did that, and baby, Miss Wife said, I need you to go sit over here. It's like, people really do that? And I got back to the office. I got the listing. It was not easy, but I got the listing. And I got back to the office and I started sharing my experience with someone who had been in real estate forever. She says, Claudienne, she says, you always bring your jacket in the car. And in this way, you put on your jacket and now all of a sudden you're professional. You do not need to be in Gucci and all this stuff. This is a $30, maybe $60 Zara shirt. You don't have to be a name brand to look good and to be professional. Guys, do not walk around in flip-flops and sandals. Now you're probably sitting here thinking she's talking to me. You gotta look at something. You don't have to just have your jacket, even if they're sneakers, clothes, and shoes. Guys, you don't know who you're gonna run into. And unfortunately, people make judgment. People do. I do. So now, guys, anybody got a response? Anybody got a response? Jeff got a response. Give me your response real quick.
I actually just suggested another realtor. She told me yeah. Well, she replied to say yes, if she wanted to collaborate to do like a home buying seminar.
Oh, so she reached out to a realtor. Now she wants to collaborate to do a home buyer seminar.
Virtual, like okay.
Virtual.
So we're gonna I feel I'm gonna send her a Zoom link today. So
Oh, so she's gonna send her a Zoom link. I want you to do one more thing. Now I have these note cards that I specifically designed for me. It is empty on purpose. This is a Brian Buffini great. I learned it 20 years ago. I'm still doing it today. Okay. He still trains on this today. She's gonna send her a text message and say, hey, by the way, what's your mailing address? What's your mailing address? And then you're gonna send her a thank you note. Here is my thank you note from Walmart. Okay. In a brown envelope. The average person is gonna send a what envelope? A white envelope. I'm telling you, I probably spent $3 on 30 cards. It's empty. Thank you. Thank you. No, it's not necessary, but if you want to go a little extra step, I'm extra, y'all. I'm extra. Who else got a response here? Let's get the last two responses. Now, by a raise of hand, who got a response? Sit down. 9 got 3 responses. Unmute yourself and let's hear the response.
Hey, Claudienne, it's Lori.
Hey, Lori, let's take Lori and then Melina. Go ahead, Lori.
Hey, I sent someone, they actually live in my community. So I sent them that text message and they responded back that they're thinking about selling, but they want me to reach out to their son who does mortgages. So we can connect there.
Wow, perfect. Smart mom.
Yeah, bringing my son in.
True. If you do business with my son, it's pretty much what she's saying.
Pretty much.
If you were smart, you send him a cookie or two. So come on, give me one more.
Jarena, are you on?
Yes, I'm on. I sent it out to one of my friends from high school, and she was just like, "Oh, I didn't know you did real estate." She said, "Of course, I will keep you in mind, and I have someone in my neighborhood that may be willing to sell." So she's gonna give me a call this evening.
Now, what is she going to do next? I appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time. By the way, do you have a mailing address? People get real like, she want my house address. She not be fitting these stuff area though. No, just the mailing address is gonna be the house address. I guarantee if you look it up, it's gonna say their names and they live there. But you are gonna communicate what is the what? Mailing address. Your goal is to mail at least 2 cards a day.
Okay.
30 days straight. That is, if you're in this intensive course, the next time we meet, you should have documented X amount of cards. My math is a little slow right now. So for a minimum of 14 cards, minimum. And I want you to write it down and document with a check, put your stamp, your handwriting. I want to see ink to the paper. Put your stamp, stick it in the mail, pull that arm up. Some of y'all broke the arm on y'all mailbox. This is a perfect time to get it fixed. Trust me, 30 days. Then if you're saying, if you or somebody, if I'm looking for you and somebody you know, I want you to have my card and I want you to have at least 2 or 3 more. But I don't care that you said, maybe my seller. You might run into somebody the next day. Oh my God, I got to introduce you to my friend. Oh my God, I got to introduce. And you spending this card with a stamp, they're going to be impressed. They always are. Well, I can't believe. And it's handwritten, so you're going to open it. Not going to throw it in the junk mail. You're going to open it because somebody hand wrote it and your name is at the top left. For some of y'all millennials, I know y'all don't know how to write addresses. Okay. I've gotten a question a couple times. Your name, and this is not y'all, this is old people laughing on it. The Generation X's, whatever we are. Your name goes here. The address goes on the second line. If it's an apartment, because they need to stop renting and buying, put their apartment number, the city, state, and zip, okay? And the stamp goes over here.